Hello and welcome to the weekend review for Module 3. Okay, well, it's just you, Paige, and Ayana in the class. There was a third student, but looks like she's elected to do the capstone this fall. So it's just the two of you. So welcome to Module 3, and let me since we are kind of dealing with just the two of you in this particular summer offering of the course, that does pose a little bit of changes that we'll have to do as far as some of the like the peer feedback, and especially in the discussions where I usually require two or three replies back to peers. Okay, so let's talk about the discussions. So we will have a few more discussions as we go through the class. All you're going to be required to do is just to reply back to each other. So that's it. So we're just down to one peer response after your main post. Don't worry, no points will be off for that. Now, for some of the presentations that we're going to watch, like this week in Module 3, we have our leadership presentation. That one I require that you watch 3 other classmates' presentations and you fill out this peer evaluation form on each one of them. Obviously, there's not 3 of you, so if you could watch each other's presentations, and then I have included all of the links to what we just did in the spring for those presentations. Pick a couple of them that you're interested in and watch those evaluations. Again, fill the peer evaluation out as if they were in the class. But again, hopefully you can gather something from some of the really good ones that we had in the spring. Of course, there are some bad ones too, but I think we can learn even by some of the ones that aren't done quite as well on maybe how to improve our own presentations. Also this week, Ayana had a little bit of technical difficulties with her presentation, so you'll notice there's a couple of links in there. There's a separate video link, and then there's one for the PowerPoint. Ayana, if you're still having more difficulties with Present Me, let me know. I would say try to do an experimental one. Just do want to make sure they're both syncing up for you. So far, we've had pretty good luck with the majority of the other students that are doing these presentations. I got about 25 that are running through HCA 214, and so far, the technical difficulties have been minimal. So let me know if you're still having any difficulties as well, so I can keep track of that. Okay, so that kind of covers a little bit how we're going to get around just the very limited class size that we have. Now let's take a look about some of the things actually we'll be doing this week, in addition to the leadership presentations. So let me just kind of move this over a little bit. So again, this week is all about leadership. We're going to have our discussion in here, Module 3 discussion. Again, on here, the 2 peer responses, you're only going to need 1 for that. But I think this is kind of interesting as far as taking a look at new opportunities and sort of being aware of job opportunities that are outside maybe the traditional focus that a lot of people in HCA have, which is I'm going to get a job in a hospital. Yes, that may happen, but there are a lot of jobs that the HCA degree can prepare you for as well, and we just want to get you to think about some of those other areas. So have fun with this one. I give you some suggested categories and then specialization areas as you look around for that. And then we will have the leadership presentations. Again, in here you will find, let me move that back up just a little bit, you will find links to both of you. Right now, Paige had a difficulty with getting on to establishing her account with Present Me. I think we got that all fixed on Monday, and she'll be having her link in here very shortly. So stay tuned for that. But again, we got all those spring links that you can look at from the folks that just graduated. So take a look at some of those to complete this assignment. And then lastly, let's see what we have. And then our case study this week. Again, kind of sticking to central themes on leadership, human resources, finances, marketing. So take a look at this week's case study and prepare your answer. Make sure that you are doing those at least full paragraphs on your answers. Where students have historically gotten points off is if they don't have those kind of well thought out full paragraphs. All right, well, that's a little bit of a look at what we're doing in Module 3. Again, a little unusual. I've never had a class just this small, but I think we can work around this, and hopefully it'll be a kind of maybe a more efficient way for you to complete the course. If you have any questions as you go through, especially just the two of you, don't hesitate to text me. For I think both of you have had me at one point or another in different classes, and I really prefer texting. I can usually get back to you within a few hours or at least the next day. If I get a text at 9 o'clock at night, sometimes I don't get it. I mean, please still send it, but I usually with the kids and all that stuff and putting them to bed and winding down for the day, I usually reply to those later evening texts. I'll reply to those in the morning. So, but you'll get far better responses from me that way than through Virtual Office. So, and I'll put my cell phone number below this video. So take a look at that, and again, don't hesitate to text me. All right. Well, that concludes the weekend review for Module 3. And as always, thanks for watching.